What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. Hope you all are having a wonderful evening so far. Getting into this episode of GH, listen, I definitely feel sexual tension between Carly and Drew. I'm just gonna put it out there. I feel it. I could see them sleeping together. I totally can. The way she was ogling him when he got out that pool, I could see them fucking. I'm just saying. But that's all I want to see from them. As far as like relationship stuff and all that, no. Mm-mm. I feel like Carly need to be with somebody new for that. I just don't want to see her intertwine with the Quartermains like that again. Been there, done that. She's already, she's too intertwined with that family as it is. I don't want to see her dating another one of Alan and Monica's kids. Like, no. Absolutely not. Before anybody say it, Drew is Monica's son. It don't matter if that's not her biological child or she met him when he was grown. She still took him in as one of her children, so that's her child. But anyway, I just wanted to get that out the way because you know how people do come in my comments with the foolishness. So let's dispense with all that for today. I'm just saying. But you know what? I liked her conversation with Drew because he's always a good ear, and they was sitting there eating that ice cream. I said, listen, y'all already know me. When I seen them eating that ice cream, I said, let me go buy me some ice cream because I had ran low. I said, let me go get me some cookies and cream real quick because they had me wanting some ice cream. Because today was a hot ass day. It was like 87 today. That shit was hot. Felt like I was in Arizona, even though I'm pretty sure Arizona hotter than this, but damn. And I'm glad that she at least got somebody to, vent to or whatever, about the whole Sunny situation. And she pretty much came to a revelation. After everything that's happened recently between her and Sonny, she finally feels like she's free of him. Like she's finally free of him after all these years. Because usually over the years, whenever Carly and Sonny would have disagreements or arguments or whatever you want to call it, they would break up, but there's always that pull to each other. He's always drawn back to her, she's always drawn back to him. There's always been that pull. She honestly sat there and said now, like, she pretty much don't feel that pull anymore. She doesn't feel the need to ever go back to him. Like, she finally feels free and clear of him. I like when people be having these revelations about themselves, and I hope that she sticks to her word and she does not go back to Sonny. I just don't want to see her and Sonny back together again. I felt like this last divorce should have been the last divorce. We don't need to see them get married 6, 7, 8 times to each other. Like, for what? If it didn't work the first 5, it ain't gonna work ever again. They're just too damn toxic. It's like you go your way, he go his, y'all raise y'all daughter together and call it a day. You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm ready for Carly to get her little groove back, get back into the swing of things, stay out of everybody else's business, even though she won't, and get her some business. Um, but like I said, I wouldn't mind her and Drew sleeping together, but that's all that it needs to be. Just a little, itch to scratch, and that's it. When she ready for a new relationship, I prefer her to be with somebody else. I don't know who yet, but get her somebody else. Um, so anyway, moving on from that, Sonny and Nina had their little discussion. And he was pretty much letting her know that, he kissed her because he wanted to kiss her. And yeah, he had a fight with Carly, but him kissing her ain't had nothing to do with that and whatnot. So he pretty much gave her a synopsis of what was going on between the two. Um, I felt like Nina was still trying to play victim because she was sitting there, oh, I didn't know that Scott was going to bring up X, Y, and Z about Michael. I didn't know about that. And, I felt like that would have affected me and you. And, just playing victim. It's like, stop the BS. First of all, Sonny told her to go for the jugular. Scott went for the jugular. Nina pretty much warned Michael and Willow since they started that smear campaign and they want to go to war with her, she was going to bring it. So now you're sitting here trying to play victim like, oh, this ain't what you wanted. This is exactly what you wanted. So just own it and be quiet. Because it doesn't track with the previous conversation she's had before. Like, you pretty much wanted to go for the jugular. Scott went for the jugular. Yeah, she tried to stop him on several occasions, but that was only when he wanted, to put Sonny on the stand and stuff. That's the only time she ever really stopped him. Other than that, it was like you were okay with whatever he did on the witness stand. So she could miss me with all that foolishness. Um, they started talking about their relationship and where they stand and whatnot. Like, where do they go from here as far as the two of them? This is the part where I actually understood where Nina was coming from when she pretty much told Sonny, like, let's take things slow. And Sonny wasn't really here for it. You know, he's willing to do whatever she want to do. Like if that's where she wants to go with it, like you want to take it slow, he was like, cool, we can take it slow. But he felt like they keep dancing around each other and he just don't want to keep doing that anymore. But I totally understood where Nina was coming from because at the end of the day, you know, when you first get into a relationship with somebody, y'all all huggy, you know, lovey dovey, and y'all in y'all honeymoon stage, and then once all that is over, y'all, you know, shit get real and y'all can't stand each other no more and it fizzles out. That's what she was worried about. I totally could relate to that and I totally understand where she's coming from. She wants them to build something real instead of just jumping head first into something because she doesn't want that fire that she thinks they have to fizzle. So I totally get it. I totally get it. But what irritated me was when Sonny felt like Nina was the only one that understood him. The only one that understood you. I was so irritated when Sonny said that bullshit because that's exactly what it was. Some BS. Um so what the hell was Carly all these years? So all these years Carly never understood him. Really. In my opinion, I feel like the only reason he feels that way is because Nina understands this new version of him. She understands the Nixon Falls version, and that's what just confirms or brings up what I said before. So she understands him. I want to see what she's gonna do when shit gets real. That's what I want to see. I want to see what Nina's gonna do when the bullets get to flying and some mob shit break out. That's what I want to see. That's gonna tell me all I need to know. Like I want to see if she gonna stand tall or is she gonna fold. That's what I need to see. But you know, hopefully we get to that because that's gonna tell you everything. That's the test. Um. So anyway, moving on from that, I loved the drive-in movie date that Valentina Anna was having. I freaking loved it. You know, he went all out getting her sushi, popcorn or something made from Japan. Like he went all out to try to impress her and show her a good night. But you know, she was like, "Nah, you know, I'm an old-fashioned kind of person. I like movie theater popcorn with the butter." I know that shit, right, Anna? Because me and you are the same. I do too. I am an old school popcorn movie theater butter kind of person. I listen. I buy it all the time from the store. I love it. Um, so I totally could relate to her on that. But when she got that alert about a case that she was working, Valentine was asking her if it was the Jennifer Smith case and stuff. That's what kind of made the date a little bit sour because Anna wanted to know if Valentine genuinely was doing this date to, you know, be with her or was he just trying to pump her for information about this Jennifer Smith case? Like, do he have an agenda? So I totally get where Anna's coming from. I totally do because I do feel like Valentine genuinely likes her and wants to be with her. But on the flip side, I feel like Valentine definitely has an agenda, and it has to do with Victor. So I don't know what game he playing, but he's definitely playing one. I'm glad Anna is, you know, figuring that out. Like she knows something ain't right, you know, and she's questioning his motives. So I totally get it. Um, I wasn't shocked when she did that. I say, "Yep, there you go, Anna. When something don't seem right, or you got a gut instinct about something, go with your instinct. Always go with your gut." Um. So anyway, moving on from that. Um. I had a feeling Rory was gonna be the cop to show up when that fight broke out at the bar. I had a feeling Rory was gonna show up and stuff. And you know, I'm glad that he let Jocelyn and Trina go because Jocelyn said, "Listen, Trina don't need to get in no more trouble. She can't afford to get arrested again." I totally agree because she can't. You know, with that school investigation and now the trial coming up, she can't be dealing with this foolishness. Um, so he wanted to at least, you know, get an update on what they found out so far. And they pretty much, you know, brought him up to speed about what was going on and stuff. So he ended up letting them go. And Jocelyn figured that he let her go because he's sweet on Trina. I say he definitely is. I mean, we don't know a whole lot about Rory, but I really hope. I'm not going to say I feel, but I hope he's on the up and up. Like, he's not trying to play her in no way. I really hope that he's solid because I really like the chemistry between them. It's undeniable to me. I love it. Um, and Trina's starting to feel that way too. Like he's definitely sweet on her. I'm like, cause he is, and that's a man that you need to be getting with and stop playing games. You need to go ahead and give it to him. That's what I'm waiting on. Like, just go ahead, All you need is one good night of passion. That's it. But hopefully it comes after the trial is over. That's what I'm hoping for. But I am loving Jocelyn and Trina doing this for themselves. I was leery of it at first, but I love it because they out here getting shit done. The cops ain't helping. Spinelli, all these other people that's around them, they're not really, lifting a finger too much to really go deep dive into this. Sam is dragging her feet on finding out about this Maggie person. Spencer little plan is moving at a snail's pace. So I love that Jocelyn and Trina pretty much said, you know what, to hell with this, let's kick this up a notch. Let's kick it in high gear, let's get it together. And that's what they're doing. They're doing it for themselves because time is of the essence at this moment. The trial is coming up. They need dirt on this girl like yesterday. So I totally I feel them on that, They need to get it done, So I love it. So anyway, moving on from that, people on this show really need to learn how to keep their hands in their pockets. Like seriously, they keep allowing Link to provoke them like in a negative way. I'm like, Chase and BLQ need to be smarter than this. Like Link is just such a little trash bag. Like he really is. He's like a dirty little hamster. Like he just gives, like every time you talk to him, it's just he's very sleazy. Like it just seems like you need a good bath after talking to him. That's how sleazy he is. Like he was trying to push up on Britt and stuff, trying to act like he was some big shot, and Britt said, "Listen, get the hell away from me." Britt was not impressed. She was like, "Listen, you a loser. Get away from me." Like she was not here for him at all. So of course, Link tried to get in some digs at BLQ or whatever, threatening to sell her songs to a porn company, to a porn producer or whatever, basically telling her that she could be, in some of the porn videos. And Chase was not here for it. Chase lost all of his cool and literally just punched him right in the face. Like he had enough. And now it's costing Chase because now Rory popped up and he has no choice but to arrest him for assault because Link is talking about pressing charges and stuff. And that's what I'm talking about. Now he may lose his badge now. He was barely off suspension. He only had, another couple weeks left of suspension? And now that might turn into more or he might get terminated now. Like people, got to learn how to not hit people. Listen, I would love to not Link out too. You know what I'm saying? But BLQ sitting there trying to tell Rory, oh, Chase hit him because he was provoked. No, he was not physically provoked. You only should be hitting somebody back if they touch you. Only thing that touched Chase was Link's words. That's about it. That still didn't give him provocation to hit that man. You know what I mean? So now you got to suffer the consequences. So anyway, moving on from that. That's why I just feel like I don't know how this BLQ Chase relationship is going to work because he's literally pissing his career away for this woman. Like literally. And we all know how much he loved being a cop. So I don't know how that's going to work. Now, I just want to know, real talk, when will people learn to stop playing with Miss Wu? People need to learn to stop playing with this lady. She is nothing to be trifled with. Cody thought he was going to get into that game, win a bucket full of money, and then just skate off into the sunset. Don't work like that, bro. Miss Wu said, not so fast. Because he over there messing with Miss Wu money. And mobsters don't play about they cheddar. They do not play. And that's what Cody, he learned a valuable lesson today. Stay out of business that's not yours. He won a full pot of money and Miss Wu was not thrilled. Because at the end of the day, you're messing with her money. He won the game too fast. When he won the game too soon, that messed with her money because the longer the game goes, the more money she makes because now people are losing their money and they need a loan. So she loans them the money to cover so that way they can continue to play. He messed that up. So now she wanted her cut of the money. And he thought he wasn't going to have to give up no money. I'm like, okay, you're going to give it up one of two ways. Either you're going to voluntarily hand that money over or you're going to get your ass whooped. And that's what happened to Cody. He got a beat down. He learned a valuable lesson. Miss Wu is not to be messed with. and she pretty much took every dollar. I think she only left him with what, $50 or some shit like that. She left him a very small little fee. And she still told him, "You still owe me." I said, "Damn, she took all that money, left that man with a little trinket, and he still owe her. Like, damn, and got your ass whooped in the process." Mm, 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 mm. He was having a mighty bad day. That's not a way to start the weekend. Um, so luckily for him, Britt found him when she did, because he was just battered and just beat up. He might have had a cracked rib, and he didn't even want to go to the hospital because he ain't got no medical insurance, and it was gonna cost too much. Cody need to learn. You are getting on the wrong side of some folks in that town. he better Google and find out who these folks are, before you encounter them, because you messing with some dangerous people, sir. Get it together. But I definitely feel like this is the beginning of him and Britt starting something. I definitely feel that way. Um, he just need to kind of change his little con artist ass ways, like otherwise he gonna stay getting in some trouble. So anyway, that's pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all Monday. I hope you all have a great weekend. When I see you Monday, or you see me Monday, I'll be in a whole different location. You will find that out, I guess, when you see me. So I'll see you all later. Have a great weekend. Peace.